Host, welcome back. Today, we're going to dive deep into the material you share regarding causality. Have you ever wondered why some people's lives seem so smooth, everything just falls into place while others face constant challenges? Guessed, exactly. Or why some people work incredibly hard but never seem to build wealth, while others achieve success seemingly without effort? Host, right? I don't think these things can be explained by luck alone. Guessed, precisely. That's why we're here to deconstruct the law of cause and effect mentioned in this material. It offers a systematic perspective to explain our wealth, health, relationships, and even our daily emotional fluctuations. Host, the core view here is that causality isn't some mysterious fatalism. Instead, it's a predictable law we can follow. Guessed, like a formula. Host, exactly. Just like the laws of physics operating in the background, it suggests our lives aren't random. Our current fruits are the result of past seeds. We're going to break down the 3 core rules and look at real-life examples of how this operating system works. Guessed, sounds amazing. The material suggests that if we truly understand this, our anxieties will drop significantly because we'll realize we are the ones steering our own lives. Rule 1. You reap what you sow. Host, let's start with the first rule. It uses a very intuitive metaphor. The nature of the seed determines the nature of the fruit. This never changes. Guessed, this is fundamental. If you plant wheat in the spring, you'll harvest wheat in the autumn. You'll never get rice or corn. The seed and the fruit are essentially the same. Host, the most direct application here is regarding wealth. If you want the fruit of money, you must plant the seed of money. Guessed, how do you plant money? Host, through giving alms, generosity, giving money to those in need. This act is like sowing wealth seeds into the field of blessings of your life. Guessed, that's an interesting way to put it. Though it might sound like a transaction like dealing with the universe ATM. Does the material talk about mindset? If I give begrudgingly just to get a return, is the seed the same? Guessed, that's a crucial question. The material argues that mindset is everything. Giving isn't just about the transfer of cash. It's about the spirit of letting go and helping others. If you give with a calculating or stingy heart, the seed is impure, and the future fruit might come with many complications or anxieties. Host, I see, conversely. Giving with a joyful heart plants a pure, good seed, and giving isn't just about money, right? Guessed, exactly. Sharing your time as a volunteer, using your expertise to help others, or offering warmth and encouragement, all of these are seeds. The fruits will vary. They might manifest as good connections, wisdom, or inner peace. It all comes down to the intention behind the act. Rule R. Small seeds, massive harvest. Host, now for the second rule, which is even more staggering. A tiny seed yields countless fruits. The text says, plant one, harvest a mountain. Guessed, this means a seemingly insignificant act of kindness or a small malicious thought can lead to consequences or reward that are massive and disproportionate. Host, this is the expansion characteristic of causality. One apple seed eventually grows into a tree that produces thousands of apples. From this perspective, giving $10 isn't just about getting $10 back later. It's about potentially receiving a massive return in the future. Guessed, it turns helping others from a simple moral act into a wise self-investment. You are depositing assets into your future that will continuously appreciate. Host, the material also mentions a reverse perspective. Those who receive help are essentially borrowing someone else's blessings merit, and will eventually need to repay even more. So, combined, these 2 laws explain why a tiny bit of kindness or a single hurtful word can have such a huge impact later. Rule 3. The time lag. Guessed, but this still hasn't answered our opening question. Why do we often do good things but see no immediate reward, or even meet with misfortune? Host, that brings us to the third and most vital rule, the time lag. You sow now, but you harvest later. A farmer doesn't harvest the day after planting. They must wait for sun, rain, and soil conditions to mature until autumn. Guessed, causality isn't an instant cash system. This time lag explains why good people don't always get immediate rewards and bad people seem to get away with things. Host, exactly. Their respective fruits simply haven't ripened yet. A good person suffering now may be settling the bill for an old negative seed, while their current good deeds are being stored for the future. Guessed, everything we encounter success, Adversity. Health. Sickness is the result of countless seeds maturing at this specific point in time. Our current situation is the natural outcome of past actions. It is not random. Host, this reminds me of ancient wisdom. The material quotes the Ksitigarbha Sutra. Karmic results follow one another like this. It also says, even after hundreds of years, the karma created does not perish. As long as the seed isn't altered by other forces, it will eventually bear fruit. It won't just vanish on its own. Case studies, health and relationships. Guests, let's look at how this manifests in reality. The material gives an example of illness. Many people get sick and feel the world is unfair. How does causality explain this? Host, since the fruit matches the seed, physical pain in the fruit must come from planting seeds of inflicting pain on other lives. The most direct way to plant this is through pain. Guess, killing. Host, yes. Depriving a life of its right to exist, causing fear and agony. When you cause others pain, you harvest pain. The material uses a striking metaphor. It says that eating the meat of sentient beings is like putting a corpse full of toxins and resentment into one's own living casket. Over time, it's no wonder the body fails. Guessed, that might be hard for some people to hear. What about a baby born with a genetic disease? They haven't done anything wrong yet? Or a lifelong vegetarian who gets cancer? Host, this shows the complexity of causality. The material posits that the cycle isn't limited to this single lifetime. It spans across countless existences. A baby's suffering may stem from seeds planted long ago, while a kind vegetarian's current illness is an old debt ripening. Even as their current kindness is creating a healthy future they haven't reached yet, our lives are settling old and new bills simultaneously. Guessed, that makes the system sound more logical, even if it's more complex. What about relationships? There's an example of a successful 50-year-old woman whose husband, a high-ranking official, is having an affair with a teenager. She is heartbroken. Where does that pain come from? Host, using the same law, this heartbreak and betrayal is likely the result of her having caused similar pain to others through sexual misconduct, infidelity in the past. You plant the seed of breaking a family or a heart, you eventually taste that same fruit. This is why ancient wisdom emphasizes the precept of no sexual misconduct. It's not just a moral rule, it's a way to protect yourself from future heartbreak. Taking control, the tools of sowing. Guessed, it sounds like our fates are already decided by the past. But if we are the fruit of the past and the seed of the future, what tools are we using to sow right now? Host, we use 3 tools every second: body, speech, and mind. Body, your physical actions. Speech, the words we say. Mind, your thoughts. Guessed, and the material emphasizes that the mind thought might be the most powerful tool. Host, because all actions and words originate from a thought. A malicious thought, even if not acted upon, is a seed planted the moment it arises. Guessed, that's a bit scary. It means we have to be careful even with what we think, because we are literally paving our future road with our thoughts. Host, but it also means we have the power to create our future every second. Is there a way to fix things if we've planted bad seeds in the past? Guessed, yes. If we had to just sit and wait for disaster, the law would be too pessimistic. The key method provided is repentance. Host, but not just saying I'm sorry, right? Guessed, right? True repentance is like pouring boiling water on a bad seed to kill its ability to sprout. It involves the steps: recognizing the mistake and its consequences deeply, feeling regret, vowing never to repeat it, doing the opposite good deed to make amends. This weakens the bad seed, while we simultaneously create good conditions like sunlight and water for our good seeds to ripen faster. Practical love guide, knowing self and others. Host, finally, the material offers a guide called Knowing Self and Others. Knowing self means recognizing your current feelings. Guessed, exactly. Whether you feel joy or pain, recognize it simply as a past seed bearing fruit right now. The key is not to let the feeling drive you to plant new bad seeds. For example, if someone insults you and you feel angry, recognize, well, this is a karmic debt arriving. If you breathe through it instead of insulting them back, you stop the cycle. Host, and knowing others. Guessed, most conflicts at home or in the office come from not truly knowing each other. We define people by our own imaginations. A mother doesn't see her son's adult needs. A son doesn't see the love behind his mother's nagging. In the office, we see a colleague's job title, but not their pressure or personal struggles. Host, so knowing others is about empathy. When you truly understand someone, you can create good affinity, rather than planting seeds of conflict through misunderstanding. Conclusion. Guest. So, we've explored the 3 laws. Life produces life. Small causes lead to big effects. The time lag between sowing and reaping. Host. This creates a complete framework for life. The biggest takeaway. You are the source of everything. Your happiness, wealth, or pain are things you created and attracted. Guest. If you want a good future, make life good for others now. If you want wealth, help others become wealthy given. If you want love, give love. If you want health, protect the health of other lives. Helping others isn't a sacrifice. It's the highest yield investment in your own future. Host. The material leaves us with one final, profound thought. Beyond seeking worldly blessings or wisdom, there is an ultimate seed one can plant, the seed of Buddhahood. This is the aspiration to achieve ultimate wisdom and compassion to help all living beings. Guests. So, here is the question we leave you with. If giving money brings wealth, and doing good brings peace, what kind of unimaginable fruit will bloom in your life when you plant the most supreme seed in the universe? The sincere wish to possess the perfect wisdom and infinite compassion of a Buddha to help every living soul.